Oh my goodness, what's that noise? It's not the fifth tornado alarm that's been in my recording today. It's something else, Alex. What is it?
It's an emergency. Noyz Boyz. Okay, so emergency fucking Tim update here, chat. A commenter in our last video had a really good question. He said, "Hey Alex, is Tim okay with you telling these stories about him?" And I'm like, "Oh yeah, I haven't actually asked him, have I?" So I asked him, "Hey dude, can I talk about you on the podcast that I wrote with my friend, you know, some funny stories and stuff?" He's like, "Oh yeah, sure, as long as you don't use my real name."
Ooh?
Jim update, everybody. Yeah, it's been Jim this whole time. What are you, crazy? So Jimmy over here. So, I have to address the allegations. When I was hanging out with Jim on Animal Crossing, I was theorizing that he was a homosexual because of his Animal Crossing villagers. Unfortunately, chat, we have some sad news. Unfortunately, chat, he isn't. Because he mentioned something when we were playing together the other day. His sister and him share the original Nintendo Switch, but he mentioned that they were sharing the game, and she played more Animal Crossing than he did. And I went, oh, yeah, that makes a lot more sense. Like, a chick having the most popular guys in her town makes a lot more sense than, like, a guy doing it. Okay, yeah, never mind.
So, Alex, I've got a bridge to sell you. Do you just, like, always believe the first thing that comes out of someone's mouth?
Well, fucking, first off, it was my own mouth. I believe what I think, Tag, because I'm the best, okay? I'm the one who said... I'm the one who thought it. Well, Sherry said it, but also I'm the one who said it. Okay, but look. Look.
I forgot that Sherry said it. Alex, it's like poetry. It rhymes. History repeats itself. For me and you, it was Mario Mansion on the fucking 3DS.
Listen.
Luigi, I'm sorry.
Listen. So unfortunately, he's probably not gay, chat. I'm sorry. I misled you. I spread misinformation on the internet.
Just gonna go right past that. We got a packed episode. I don't have time to address those allegations.
So
what did you and Jim get up to?
Yeah, so Jim, I'm not doing a bit anymore. I'm just gonna keep calling him Tim. I'm too used to it. So I had Tim coming over. We were playing a bunch of games and shit. So he actually bought the Switch 2 on release. He was there, release night, in line. He got like the 6th one out of 11 at like the GameStop down the street. Which, the GameStop that was outside of my Walmart fucking closed down when I was sick of COVID or whatever. That's just gone. So he had to go like way down.
Speaking of which...
Yeah.
Speaking of GameStop. So when I went to GameStop yesterday, that would have been July 5th. Was there a big game that came out or something? Like, when does Donkey Kong come out?
Did it come out July 5th?
Oh, maybe it did. Because I was thinking, I'm like, it is 8 in the morning. This GameStop doesn't open till 11. And everyone outside of here is fat, white, and in a chair. They're not playing active Switch. So I know they're not, like normal people. Because Nintendo fans don't actually play Nintendo games. They go online and talk about Nintendo games.
No, Donkey Kong doesn't come out until the 17th. So I have no idea what the fuck they were doing. I was playing Mario Kart. It's the only game. Mario Kart with Tim. And it's actually really cool. So
tell me about the battle mode.
We didn't play battle mode because Tim isn't competitive, Ted.
You are useless to me.
Ted, he doesn't like to compete, all right? He likes to play on teams, okay? We've been over this. So
motherfucker.
So he doesn't. I haven't played battle mode, but I played a lot of the tour mode, the world mode, and the knockout race mode. I'm a little mixed on it. Because it's really pretty, and the Switch 2 runs really well. Like, watching Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom not drop a single frame and have, like, a really high refresh rate, like a fucking, like, esports game monitor, actually pretty impressive, I'm not gonna fucking lie. But, with Mario Kart World Tour, where the fuck it's called, Mario Kart World, it's like... So the tracks, what they do is instead of having a 3-lap track, they will have a track that's like, here's Jimbo's Fuckfest, which then leads down into the mountains, and then the second track is Jumbo's Big Boo Bouncing Bonanza, right? There's no repeats. You just go from like one track to the next down like a campaign. That's really cool. And then you realize a lot of defensive items are now kind of just useless. Like bananas now just suck because you don't set them up for like the next lap. You just put them there and they're just useless now. They're gone.
I assume there's probably like a mode where you just do like on the isolated track and you just do one lap of it.
Some maps are 3-lap. Like a couple. Out of like 20, there's like 5 of them. For the most part, you're just doing like one lap. And what really sucks too is this is one stage that really like maybe like I went from like this game like controls well, the 80 characters is cool, it looks so pretty, it's smooth. But I started to question it when I did the Boo level, where you go to a haunted movie theater with a bunch of boos watching a movie on like a really big screen TV, and you drive through like the aisle into the fucking like picture that you're in the movie on like the track is like a big film reel in like black and white where you're driving around. Yeah, then you jump out of there, leave the theater, and the race is over. Now, you do one lap in that Boo movie theater, and then it's over. And you know how long that part is? It's like 30 seconds, because despite being called like Big Boo's movie theater, it's actually should be called Big Boo's Spooky Haunted Forest that has 30 seconds of a movie theater, and you go back to the spooky forest. It's a little disappointing that way. And like while I was doing that, like I'm like, this is such a cool concept. I wish this was just a regular ass 3-lap track. Why is it like this? Mm-hmm. Another thing too is that even Tim is like this is Tim. He's more of a toddler than I am. And he's like, yeah, it doesn't really feel like it's an $80 game. Even Tim said that.
Yeah.
So I'm a little like.
I wonder if.
What were we gonna say?
So how developed is the open world mode? Because I saw all this stuff where it's like, oh, you could drive around with your friends, and I'm like, okay, cool. But like, what if I'm not a literal child who understands that like I can't drive? Like when I was a kid, I would try to like swim to the Delfino Island like amusement park, because as a kid you don't understand how video games are like a piece of software.
Yeah.
So like, is there anything to actually do, or do you just drive around?
There's a couple of little challenges you can do, like hit the switch and go through like these rings and shit, but it's really basic. The world's really basic. It's mostly a gimmick. You're gonna pretty much just race traditionally most of the time.
See, what blows my mind, there's a couple other games that I like that are like racing games. One game that I played a shitload of as a kid just for fun, that's all it was like an ATV off-road racing game. And what I would do is I would just fuck around. I would hit like speed boosts, or I would run to the edge of the map, and then the game would like take you like a rubber band. The further you went in, like you would start to slow down, mm-hmm. and you would stop, and you get launched back into the play area at like max speed, like through the air, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like a goofy play area like that. The other thing, I did watch, like when the game came out, I watched one of those like full game movie, full cut scene, no commentary, like one of those bullshits.
Mm-hmm.
And the transitions between each of your stage, where you're driving from point A to point B, actually reminded me of that other like literal Who racing game I like, that Beetle Adventure Racing on the N64, because that's how they did it. Like the fucking Hawaii map, it's a normal island. And then there's all these little cutscenes, but you just keep going straight. And then the second lap starts at a certain point, and it changes the map. And then the third one changes the map. But it sounds like the Mario Kart one is like, some you'll go there, you'll do 3 laps, then move on. Some of them, like the spooky forest one, yeah, you go through and then boom, all right, on to the next one.
Yeah, it's just
makes me wonder. It makes me wonder if Nintendo is having trouble making like their Switch 2 launch lineups. They just went. Just like with Tears of the Kingdom, they just went, all right, we're going to take this game, we're going to staple a bunch of shit onto it. It got delayed 7 months or whatever the hell, and we're going to throw some more crap on it. We're going to call it good. We're going to rely on you and toddlers playing other shit until, I don't know, the end of next year when the Switch 2 actually has games.
Yeah, I'm kind of waiting for... I do want to get one for specifically Duskbloods, the new FromSlop title. But outside of that, like... This like I want the Donkey Kong game too, kind of, but like not like enough that I want to get it like right now, you know?
Yeah, because really, like, even if they announce tomorrow a new Smash Bros, that's not a guarantee for me anymore. I just turned 30 goddamn one in like last month. I'm 31. Oof. You think I got the time to play fucking Nintendo's big slappy adventure?
I know I do.
You gotta have something good.
Well, speaking of that, so I actually had Tim come over the other day, because he has come over on Mondays now, for Monday Night Game Night, like I mentioned a few episodes ago. So 2 things happened. One, I got a new N64 controller. I wanted like a fresher one, because while I do love my original, it's also one that even while it is cleaned and greased up, it's from fucking 30 years ago, and a child was manhandling it. I want a better one, right? So I got a better one. I was taking it apart and to clean it off and apply the little like grease in there. I went to go pull open the little thing that holds the Z button down and accidentally snapped it right off. Coincidentally, when Tim came into my house, and so he just sees me. He sees me break off this little plastic piece. I'm just like, and he does his iconic, his iconic. He says it in this weird way. I don't know how to describe it. He has done it only like 4 times, but it's so fucking funny.
Do your best impression. I want to hear it again.
He says it so much. He's just like, He says it like that. Like it's completely like this flat thing that has like. It's like this childish little way of saying it that like really just makes me so fucking like angry because it makes me feel like a fucking idiot. If I ever fuck up in any game or anything, or like, fuck, I should show my 3DS to show up Luigi's Mansion 1 on it, but I didn't know you had to download it from the website rather than the app because those wouldn't work because of its legitimacy ticket. He tries to start up, it doesn't work, and I'm like, oh yeah, let me reboot it real quick. He just goes like, I'm just like, he does it every time. Every time there's anything even mildly wrong, he says it, and it fucking it's not him, it's me. I feel like an idiot. It makes me feel stupid. It makes me feel so fucking stupid when it happens. So anyway, he goes, I'm like, yeah, don't worry about it. Look, this one's a little flimsy, okay? I throw it over there. I'm thinking, fuck. Now he's never gonna fucking grease his own controller at this point. I thought I just made this look really bad in front of him. But anyway.
Do you think Tim went home and then went onto his podcast with his friend Chad and was like, yeah, I went to go hang out at like that one bald dude's house and like I saw him break his N64 controller and so like I took it really easy on him. Like we didn't do the battle mode. I wasn't sure if he could handle it. You know.
I hit him with my iconic
Which character did he pick in Mario Kart?
The new one?
Please, God, do not start it with the word baby.
No. He actually likes playing the Swoop, the little bat guy, because he's the tiniest guy, so he has the most view of the track that way. Also, he has the smallest hitbox, so he gets hit by items a little less. So, fun fact. Oh, if you want to know who I played, I played as a cataquack, a pianta, and a coin coffer.
The fuck is a cataquack?
How fucking dare you say that in my fucking Discord?
Wait. Are those weird little duck guys from Mario Sunshine that fling you in the air?
Yes, that's a cataquack.
I kept my gamer card.
Okay, we're fine, chat. He remembered. It's fine. We're good. We're cool. So anyway, I did fix that controller kind of. So what I did is I actually have this really powerful fucking plastic cement, it's called. It is for fixing figurines and shit. It's actually really, really strong. I use it to fix a door. It still works, by the way. So I took that little plastic. I only broke up a teeny little piece. It's just that little piece that holds the Z button like membrane down. I glued it back on and like held it there with my little tweezers. Like I was building a fucking Gundam thing. And it's been working. Like the controller's fine. I did order a new like back plate for it that will get here when it gets here, but it's fine for now. It's not completely destroyed or anything. I didn't fuck up that hard, but I brought it over
hold on.
here.
So you used this same glue to what did you fix on a door with N64 glue?
One point, Sherry got upset about something with the door and ripped it off. Remember? And ripped it off at that weird angle. This glue, which I actually have right here, it is what is this? Danger, warning, flammable, vapor, harmful, advertisement, inflammable, attention. Yeah, so before I even tell what its name is, there are 4 different warnings about how toxic and flammable it is. But also, it's called...
All I want to know...
Testor's cement for plastic models. That's what this glue is. It's really
So it's
strong.
not for doors. What the fuck did... Aleks, doors have screws. How did you reattach it to the wall with glue?
No. She didn't rip it off of the hinges. She ripped off the wood from the other parts of the wood. So I had, like, it's like I have to show you a picture of it later. But it's not what you think. It's not the hinges didn't come off. Like, it cracked to the side.
It's like the lacquer or whatever.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, like, I literally had to glue it back together. But anyway, so it's plastic cement. So it's really, really hard. And it's really, really strong, apparently. And we're opening that door at full force, and it hasn't snapped back off. So it's pretty good shit. But so, like, it's good shit. But anyway, the reason I brought this up is because we wanted to play the Smash Brothers remix for the N64, which just got an update out of nowhere. They said they were done updating the game. They lied. They made 2.0 just like a fucking week ago. They did like 4 new fucking characters. It's fucking awesome. They added fucking Peach, of all people, Crash fucking Bandicoot, Roy, and Lanky Kong. And then they had a bunch of new stages and shit, too. Fucking Lanky Kong's really fun, actually. But I was playing that with him just to try it out. And I learned something the hard way, where Tim said his fucking uh-oh again. When we were playing against a level 10 Foxbot and Banjo Bot, because we had to be on teams, because he likes playing teams. The Foxbot knows how to do infinites, which we got fucking destroyed by the level 10 Foxbot, dude. We got fucked up.
I can see it too. I can hear the clickety clack clack click click click, and then just
I don't like. He said that he doesn't like that, but to be fair, I didn't like that either. We got washed. But anyway.
Rinse.
Outside of Foxbot fucking us up, I played that a bunch with him. I played that a bunch with like Alba and Corvus, and it's actually a lot of fun. The new updates, it kicks ass, dude. I love it. I've been playing fucking. Okay, so another thing I've been doing is I decided to do something on a whim the other week. Chat, as you guys know, I don't have a car. I don't drive anywhere. I take my bike everywhere. I talked about the story where I biked 16 total miles to go to that fucking game store that Tim recommended. And one day, my bike got a flat, and I've been too lazy to go get it fixed because like all the way down the fucking street, there's a bunch of construction. I don't really feel like it. I'll do it some other day, right? I'm tired from work, and I don't feel like walking all the way home, but I already walked all the way here. I spy one of those fucking e-scooters that you can rent sitting on the side of the road. On a whim, I decide to take it. Tad, I am fucking hooked on those things right now. I've been riding that thing like every day for the past like 3 or 4 weeks now. I love it. One day, hold on, shut up. One day I decided like, you know what? I have a day off today. I'm going to just take one of these things. I'm going to put like $30 into it, which gives me like fucking like 3 hours of ride time. And I'm just going to go literally wherever the fuck I want. And I was driving this thing so goddamn fast, listening to, checks and notes, the fast lane from Anarchy Reigns blasting in my fucking ears. I was going a whole 15 miles an hour, and it fucking ruled. It was awesome, dude. I went so
Alex,
far.
this is the power of having a vehiel. You could just do this at any time.
I can't believe it. Guys, fucking, why didn't you tell me this earlier? So I've been driving this thing around. It's been fucking kick ass. And I drove around so much that I ended up leaving 2 towns over, and it turned off because I went too far away from its hub area, and I had to like walk it back into like the fucking zone. They have a range apparently. But
did you feel humbled when you had to dismount your steed and walk him back to the proper area? Yes, it pissed me off
so much. I was going so fucking fast. The wind was in my fucking face, and it was gone now. I craved it.
Oh, dude, you were probably like, oh fuck, did I break it? Because I imagine it just like it stopped accelerating.
No,
right?
because so you use an app for it. It actually made this.
It just stops, goes from a whopping 15 miles an hour to 0, launches you across the street.
So you say that. So what ends up happening is that it doesn't give you a warning that you're going near the red zone. It just goes doo-doo and just fucking halts. So I went, oh! And I went like forward. So I didn't get launched.
Damn, they got good brakes.
So I didn't get launched because the scooter. If I was on a bike, I would have gotten launched. Like that time I got launched from my bike when I hit that curb, like fucking 8 years ago. But
I remember that.
But I went, fuck. I read the thing and I had to like fucking walk it all the way back. I had to go past like Dave's Chicken Shack or whatever, which is the fucking benchmark of how far I can go out, wherever the fuck it was called.
And then Dave came out with his chickens and they were all laughing at me.
Oh, the humiliation. So
not everyone on the walk back, they're all like, nice scooter, Alex. Cool scooter. Want to ride sometime? They all hated me.
So,
Alex, you Scoobian.
So these things kick ass, and I'm probably gonna buy one for myself. But it's like going fast once in my entire life. Well, going fast and not sweating like a pig over it for once in my entire life made me realize that going fast is pretty cool. And so I've been playing F-Zero on my fucking N64, which kicks fucking ass. In fact, going fast is really cool. I played F-Zero GX. Which is hard as fuck, by the way, if you ever fucking played it. That game is fucking... I was getting filtered, dude. I was getting washed. I was getting washed by this game for children.
I tried to play that as a kid. I have a distinct memory of renting F-Zero for the N64, going home and playing it and going, oh, this is too hard. And then going back down to again, I'm an old man. I'm 30 fucking one. Go down to the video rental store and being like, this game doesn't work. And then I got Paper Mario for the 18th time.
So I'm an old man now. I can play video games a little better. GX is still really fucking hard, dude. Like, trying to do GX's, the first mission with Captain Falcon, where you just get the fucking energy orbs and do 3 laps. Doing that on hard mode is a fucking filter. For retro achievements, there is a near 70% drop-off in people who beat the first mission and people who do it on hard mode. It's fucking insane. But, speaking of going fast, there's another game that came out recently that, now that I'm a bit of a speedster, that I decided to pick up on a whim because everyone's been talking about it. Hey, Ted, you ever hear of Musume?
Okay, so tell me about these fucking horses. These horses.
Okay. So Tad, imagine real life. I know, horrifying to think about. But imagine like everything that you've ever known, but there were no horses. They were just anime girls. See this picture of this horse in the backyard looking at my dog? I'm posting a picture in this audio for. So imagine that, but that was just like a big anime girl, and my dog was looking at it confused. That's Musume.
Well, in that case, Alex, there was another incident between 2 horses I saw in your backyard last time I went to Idaho, so...
Such majestic
kind
creatures.
of fucking horse girl animes you watch. That's a podcast deep cut. For those who don't remember, I don't remember which Noyz Boyz it is. Good luck.
Good luck. So I played the Musume game because everyone in the fucking world was talking about it. Now, I've heard of this thing before. It came out like years ago, both as like an anime and like a fucking gacha in like 2020, right? However,
it had that thing where it's like, oh, the Yakuza wanted to shut it down or whatever. Whether that was true or not.
No. Tad. The Yakuza fucking fund this game. This is a Yakuza project, Tad. This is their money. No.
But where's Mr. Dame Danae? Is he riding the horses?
Yes. So that's the
proper
the
response.
Doesn't like when you draw porn of the horse girls, because these are all real horses that have been turned into anime girls. So like if you draw like checks notes, Special Week getting her back blown out, Special Week's owner John Horsemann is gonna get really pissed off, and then he'll potentially pull the rights to his horse out of the anime, which makes them lose money. And they don't like that. So the Yakuza will just unironically threaten you, and in one case, came to a guy's house to make him stop from drawing fucking horse porn on Pixiv. So, like, they take the shit seriously over here. Over there. Over here, they can't touch us. What are they gonna do, send the ninjas after me? I'm in fucking America, bro. They can't touch me here.
Send the ninjas.
That's what the Yakuza got, right? They got ninjas. They got them on call. So I was playing this game, and a brief summary of what this game is, because it's actually kind of interesting. Hey, Ted, do you like Darkest Dungeon?
Fuck no, I don't.
Neither do I. But would you like Darkest Dungeon if it was about with a bunch of anime girls?
That's Dark Dungeon if you open the Steam Workshop link, Alex.
Like, fucking... The way you basically have to do this little like management sim where you do these little campaigns because you don't level the characters up traditionally. You do these campaigns to then boost them up through that, and then you use that the whatever you got as far as you did in the campaign. You then use that unit as like the unit for like missions and shit. It's interesting, but the way the campaigns work is much like Darkest Dungeon or XCOM. You could do everything right, and the game will say, nuh-uh, and you'll just lose. Because the game will just say, fuck you. Oh, what's that? You've got 4 guys prone on this corner. Alien will walk in and hit 1% chance to dodges and then kill you because fuck you. Oh, Darkest Dungeon, you've set everything up right. Well, the boss had a 0.1% chance to dodge the attack and then crit you. So it did. Listen, Tad. Chad's gonna be like, oh, Alex, did you get greedy? Alex, did you get greedy? Did you get greedy and hit? Oh, it had an 8% chance to fail? You deserve it, Alex. You should change your wit more. Oh, the 1% chance to failure? Alex, that's too high. You gotta fucking rest. You gotta rest, you little fucking rest cuck. You gotta waste the turn. Listen.
Sounds like me whenever I fail like a 70% chance to succeed in Disco Elysium. We're just like, yeah, okay, yeah, bullshit.
Yeah, imagine that, but it was a 95 or an 82. Every time. Every time. Now, okay, listen. speaking of Disco Elysium, I was playing Disco Elysium earlier, much like a similar game, okay? And I had the same fucking situation where I was trying to go up against Kuno in the Kuno boss fight. I redid my playthrough where I had like 5 red and 2 blue. 2 blue, for those who haven't played Disco Elysium, is living on the fucking edge. Fucking anything can kill Harry at that fucking point, dude. Oh my god. Kuno called me a faggot. Ooh, that's 1 health right there. I did a thing where I talked to Kuno. Fucking Kim told me to back away. I'm like, you know what? I'm playing with fire. Kim's right. I back away, and I lose 1 blue health anyway. I'm like, okay, fuck you, Kim. I investigate the footprints, can't figure out what they are, lose 1 blue health, immediately game over. I'm like, oh, okay. The worst one that killed me, the worst one is, remember the 2 old guys who are playing like that game?
Yep, Renee and Gaston.
Yeah, I had an 85% chance to hit that ball. So obviously this killed me. Because I fucking threw the ball, ate shit, and I lost motivation and died. Fucking, I was so angry, dude. I found a really funny way to lose, because I've been doing my run too. Have you ever seen the hobo ending? No.
So if you don't pay to stay at the Whirling in Rags, but you do unlock the trash container, you can tell Kim, I'm just gonna sleep in here. And if you do it, you hear Kim smoke an entire cigarette, and once he realizes that you aren't leaving, he just walks away and you get a game over. Because Kim just goes, okay, never mind then. Pretty good.
But that is entirely what this game is about, because you get these random events and these random chances to train your character, and you will just get fucked sometimes. It'll just be like, oh, I had a bad day today. My mood went down. My stats went down. Oh, my stats went up? Well, I had failed the 10% chance to train, and I broke my fucking ankle, and I had to get euthanized and turn into fucking glue. It is ludicrously difficult to... Okay, characters have their own unique campaigns, so some horses are harder to train than others. Like, Bakushin is notoriously the easiest one to get because she gets a lot of free skills, and she's like one of the freebie characters to get. Meanwhile, like, Gold Ship is really hard because Gold Ship, in real life, I'm pretty sure Gold Ship had, like, autism or something, because he was really unruly and really sporadic with his fucking shit. So Gold Ship will wake up one day and just say, hey, trainer, I put a pipe bomb in your mailbox. What? Nah, I'm just kidding. I'm just fucking with you. Okay, bye. Wait, aren't you gonna train? No. And so you just waste the day and just nothing happens. You just waste an entire day.
Your mailbox explodes.
Yeah, then your mailbox explodes anyway. Yeah, pretty much. Goldship is she's Ranny Random from fucking RimWorld. She is one of the harder ones to train because of that. So
it seems like this new generation of these phone games, it seems like what they kind of realize they need to do is that if you're gonna have these anime sluts, you got to be able to also like dating game them. That's what like Blue Archive or whatever did, right? I assume this horse game's doing the same thing, where like you can fuck the horses.
Well, Dad, if you fuck the horses, the Yakuza's gonna fucking get you, okay? You can do... Okay, so there are these random things where you can do to make their mood better. You can do recreation events. Recreation are just like you store a little bit of energy, but you make their mood happier. And you will go on like this like date with them. And there's one that I was like, dude, that's dirty. Is you like walk hand in hand with your horse, and she like looks at you and smiles and shit in like this date scenario. I'm like, oh my god, dude, that's like the dirtiest fucking tactic you could fucking do. Fuck you. How dare you? Imagine if I was like a fucking like lonely teen and I saw that. Oh, bro, get the shit out of here. Oh, fuck, dude.
Teenagers are fucked now, man. Yeah, they've got all these phone games. They've got the anime chat bots.
Oh, the fucking anime fuck bots, dude. Oh, my God. Oh, fuck. Speaking of dirty, though. Fucking dirty mobile game tactics. Fucking pivot here. Holy shit. Okay, so tap. The nastiest thing, the fucking full-on SpongeBob nasty patty thing that a gacha game does is if you don't play it for like a month and you come back, the characters will say that they missed you. That is so fucking dirty. I've seen a couple games do it. Nikkei fucking does it. Alchemy Stars did it, but that game's dead. Fucking the MiHoYo gachas do that shit too. That fucking shitty anime girl shooter game. Street Nova. You know, the game where I beat the shit out of the main girl by just tapping her a bunch. Yeah, that game does it. That game says that the main girl who I slapped the shit out of said she missed me. I abused her and then she came back to me, dude. That game's fucked up. But like, fuck, dude. I genuinely don't like that. I don't like that people do that, and that's fucking crazy, dude. That is so like manipulative and so fucking nasty. But speaking of nasty.
Yeah, mobile gaming is disgusting.
Yeah, but dude, speaking of disgusting, so here's the fun little story. Now, I don't know if you're going to use that picture I sent you, but it's actually really relevant. So see that horse named Tilly staring death at my fucking dog, Jikaroo. So you might notice something about the yard work there. You see those big wooden planks that are drilled into the ground? So
so for those at home, what I'm seeing is a horse conspiratorially looking down at Alex's dog, and like the dog is in like a fake yard. The horse is in a real yard full of shit and like potholes.
So
there's a wooden fence between them.
Yeah, it's a half fence. It's a short one. So we got the half fence specifically for Tilly, so she can look over and we can give her carrots. Because she liked when we fed her carrots, and the owner was cool with it. She was a good horse. But anyway.
Neat.
But anyway. We did the yard work a long time ago. Got rid of all the gravel that was just there when we moved in. Put sand down, put the fake grass over it, put these wooden, like, plank things and drilled them in to hold the fake grass down, right? Simple. Mm-hmm. So after a few years, the sand started to, like, lose its shape a little bit and was draining out. We assumed it was the rain doing it. And I'm like, okay, whatever. We have to get new sand and just refill it in the spot, right? And even it back out. So I ripped the planks out, put the sand in, called it a day. Wake up the next day, there's now even more sand missing. Like a whole fucking cavern just formed there. I'm like, what the fuck happened? I assumed Jake got under it again and he dug it all out or something. So we go back, fill it back up, call it a day. And then one day in the middle of like 1 in the fucking afternoon, it happens. Have you ever been to a water park, Tad? Know those like little things that kids are in where the water's like shooting up from the ground, you know?
Yeah, like the splash pads, we call them.
Yeah. That was just happening in my backyard. Water was just shooting up from out of under the fucking earth and splattering sand everywhere. And I'm like, what the fuck
water is
happened?
even around there?
Good question. What water is in a desert? So after Sherry's like, Alex, you gotta fix it. I'm like, the fuck? What? Like what? Like now? Well, like the water's going? So it calms down and drains out. And I'm like, okay, so that's where the cavern formed. Jake didn't do that. So let's look at what we got here. I rip open the thing, and luckily the sand was cleared out by all that water, and I see there's a fucking hose down there with a big fucking hole in it. It turns out that when I ripped that plank out, when it wasn't me. When the guy drilled those things down into the fucking sand, it punctured an irrigation hose that was underneath the floor. It was underneath the earth, right? But because the screw was in there, it was leaking, but only a little bit, right? Because the screw was basically filling up the hole it made, right? So that's how that creek formed initially. So when I ripped it out, it made that hole not only a little bit bigger, but also now there wasn't the thing plugging it up anymore, right? So now water was just shooting everywhere. I'm like, fuck. So we call our neighbor Bud over to help out because he knows a little bit. He's more of an actual grown-ass man who knows a little about lawn work than we do. Turns out he doesn't know anything about lawn work. He's a carpenter. So we're like, fuck. So we go down to a place called PipeCo to get a new hose to replace the irrigation hose. Now, we didn't put the irrigation hose in there because we were in a townhouse. Technically, they did it. Now, we could call them over and do that, but I also don't want to get charged a fine for them fixing the hose. So we're going to fix it ourselves. Go to the PipeCo, get a hose, get like a big rubber tube to replace the hose, get a fucking hose cutter, get the hose fucking little like the bridges or whatever to plug them up between, the little rings to screw them on, make sure they don't leak anymore. We were ready. Get there, we got the wrong size. We sigh, and we drive back to PipeCo. My neighbor's just doing this to help out, by the way. He did not need to do this. It was really nice of him to help me out with this shit.
This is his whole ass day.
So we go back to PipeCo, we get a bigger, thicker fucking rubber hose. And I'm like, okay, we need a little bit of longer hose. So we'll get like an 8 feet of like a 1 inch diameter. The guy's like, well, you can actually get a cheaper price if you just get like a whole fucking like, the whole 10-foot thing of a 1 inch thing of rubber hose. I'm like, yeah, sure, fuck it. So I get this big 10-foot rubber pole. And I just walk out the store with it from PipeCo. So it's been the big 10-foot rubber pole back to the house, and we get to work. So he has to go do something at his house to take care of his dog. And he's like, all right, dig up the rest of the thing. We'll pull it out. We'll cut it up. I'm like, all right, cool. So I realized something. I go to get my shovel out of the garage, and I realized, fuck, we don't have a shovel, do we? We don't have like a metal shovel. Now, I don't want to ask Bud for a shovel. I just asked him to drive me to and from PipeCo twice in one day. I'd feel terrible. So I get my gloves, and I dig it up with my hands like a fucking dog. So I dig up the whole backyard with my bare hands. So, because I didn't want him to know. So he comes over.
You could just get it. If the shovel's there, it's in his garage. But what did you find?
So
scooping it with your hands like an animal.
I scoop it up with my fucking bare hands, with my gloves. I scoop it with my hands, pull it out. We're like, okay, let's do this. We cut the hose out. We plug the things in. We fucking jam it the fuck in there. And there were 2 holes. That's why there was so much water. Plug them both up. We're like, okay, we got this. And so he leaves. I bury it back up. And it still leaks a little bit. So we're both confused about this. We did a pretty good job, right? We dig it back up. And this time, unfortunately, he found out I didn't have a shovel. So he gave me a shovel for the second time. Don't worry. We dig it back up. And we find out, like, we retighten it, do everything. And it looks just fine. So we're really curious what this is. But then my next door neighbor, Paul, overhears us in the backyard. He's like, oh, you guys doing that? Here, I'll give you something. He didn't just walks into my house, because he just does that sometimes. And he gives us some plumber's tape. So 2 of my neighbors are helping me with this for no reason. They're just being really nice. I really appreciate it. So they got plumber's tape, the fucking things. We hammer them in there, screw them in there. We're done. Is what I would say if we were done. So I go out, because the water comes on at 1 a.m. So I go out there with my flashlight just to check the spot to see if there's any moisture forming, to see if it's still leaking. Now, there's a little bit, but like it's significantly less, so we're doing a much better job. Right? I'm like, okay, we got this. I go peel it up and look inside there just to like see the damage, and I hear a noise directly behind me over that half fence that I just posted. Now,
that noise. Tim update.
No, Ted, this is going to spoil what it is to you. But you remember, I don't know what it is at this point. So please listen to this sound.
Okay, I'll play it over in the audio too. 3, 2, 1. Oh, god damn it! It played an ad. Describe it to me.
It sounds like a horse woman. Hold on, I said no. You think I meant horses?
Alex, I think you've been playing too much of this horse woman game.
I meant horse like they're out of breath. Hold on, let me read that. A gravelly woman screaming in pain. And so it's like a shrill woman screaming as if she is being murdered. It's right fucking behind me. And I muttered to myself, I said, if I get mauled by a fucking cryptid while I'm fixing the fucking hose, I'm gonna be so fucking pissed off, Sherry. I swear to fucking God. My final words before getting mauled by a Wendigo is, God damn it, Sherry, apparently. So...
I love that you blame her.
Well, Ted, how did this all happen? I sure as hell didn't want to redo the entire backyard. I mean, it wasn't my idea. So anyway.
You can't just leave the hole. It's not her fault.
No, I mean, we had a backyard with gravel and stuff back there. We didn't need to put sand and fake grass back there. We could just put dirt back there.
What?
Anyway, so...
Yeah, what the... you know what? I take it back. Yeah, because your yard is it's like a 4x3 square. Why did you need fake grass there? I guess so Jake could shit?
Well, yeah, we could also have real grass for Jake to shit. Anyway, listen, the point, it's over. It's all right. The backyard's already done, okay? Anyway, I hear this fucking demon scream behind me. And after I think, okay, I go back to my house, I close both the door and the doggy door in case whoever the fuck that is comes into my fucking house.
Oh, fuck.
It was, Ted, it was right over that. It was right behind me, that noise. It was right there, okay? So
that's horrifying.
So, again, you hear what that sounds like. So, for those of you who
you got a half fence, too.
Yeah.
Anything could jump over that.
Yeah, that's also why I immediately went back inside. So, what that was... That is the cry of a fucking mountain lion, a.k.a. a cougar, a.k.a. a GOUGAR. Now, cougars are really, really big and really violent kitty cats. Now, I personally don't think they're that big, but according to Idaho, they are considered big game. And I was not squaring up with a fucking cougar in my backyard. However, when I went back with my flashlight just to check, I wanted to see if it was in my fucking backyard. I just had to know, right? I had to know if it was still there. And when I go out there to check with my flashlight, I hear it scream again, but further away. I hear it do its fucking... I can't do it. It's like a shrill... I can't do a shrill noise. I'm a guy. I hear it do its fucking scream. Then I hear someone yell, God damn it, there it fucking is. You hear it scream again, hear a bunch of shit get knocked over, and hear it say, God fucking damn it. I hear a big thwack noise, and I haven't heard the GOUGAR in 2 weeks.
Holy shit.
So someone got it. Someone in my neighborhood got it, apparently.
They fucking got it in melee range, it sounds.
So...
Holy shit, you weren't kidding. Dude, I bet that cougar was in that backyard segment. I bet it looked at you and went, no, that's too scrawny and bony. Oh my god. Aleks, so now we both have a shared moment in our lives where we are put in mortal danger and we both just go,
God fucking damn it.
because remember for mine, where I thought I was about to get shot in Chicago?
Yeah.
And I did the Team Fortress 2 heavy, and
Tim,
then my car.
No, Ted. Bullet hits the car. Tim's iconic. So. Good news is, Ted, is that after all this adventure, I find out with the source. There's actually a second irrigation hose underneath all of this. That big nail punctured 2 hoses. Because there's 2 hoses down there. So I tell this to Bud. Bud audibly says, God fucking damn it, under his fucking breath. So we go back into the backyard, dig it up, and do this all over again. He decides to buy a different type of fucking hose connector. I don't know why he bought a different one this time that was different. But we got it, and we screwed it in there. It leaked a little bit, and I said, okay, I got this on my own. I take a big fucking, big thing of, like, pliers or whatever, right? And another big thing of pliers. Because the way you screw it in with the plumber's tape is you gotta screw it on tight, but, like, it can't spin inside the hose, right? It's, stuck in there with the connector. So you gotta, like, crank it. Crank it in 2 different directions as tight as you fucking can with these fucking 2 big fucking tools in my hand. Like I'm like a fucking engineer. And I crank this thing as fucking hard as goddamn possible. And it fucking hurts and strains my fucking wrists. Which, Tad, I'm getting old. My hand is cramping up when I played Deadlock the other day, okay? It hurts to do a lot of wrist stuff now, okay? I crank this shit like crazy. And finally...
Did you know that exact sentence is perfect cougar repellent? You start talking about, like, the N64 and all these wrenches are so heavy.
Oh, these wrenches are so heavy. Oh, my wrist. Oh, my arthritis. But anyway, after like 3 weeks of doing this every weekend and fixing this fucking backyard, it finally stopped leaking, and I finally fixed it. And I haven't heard the cougar in a while, so I didn't get mauled to death by a fucking big kitty cat in my backyard. And I fixed the backyard. So that whole thing was a massive pain in my fucking ass. But you know what else was a big pain in my ass?
You've had an eventful month.
Hold on, Tad. It gets worse. You want to know something fucking pathetic, though? After all of this, I was at work playing fucking video games, right? You know me. I love my hacked 3DS. I'm playing Castlevania, specifically Dawn of Sorrow. I beat Aria of Sorrow earlier. I was working on Dawn of Sorrow, and I was a little lost. I was like, fuck, where do I go now? I got the time stop power up. Where the hell do I go now? My friend just was like, oh, do you have the puppet master power? I'm like, yeah. He was like, would you go to the hell zone? I'm like, the fuck's the hell zone? He's like, oh, I see what you did. You missed, you went down this other direction. Go over here. I'm like, oh, okay, thanks. And so I'm like, okay, yeah, so there we go. I'm like, oh shit, I just went, 10 minutes past my lunch break. I better get back out there. I passed by my coworker Adam, my other Carty. I'm like, oh yeah, sorry Adam, sorry for taking like the extra 10 minutes there. I got lost in Castlevania. Turns out I used the Puppet Master power up in the wrong area. I went down to the condemned tower rather than the subterranean hell area. My bad, dude. And he looked at me like, what? I said all of that to him with a straight face. And he's just like, yeah, cool, man, whatever. Adam is like a normie. He plays Xbox games, and his most hyped game of the year was Assassin's Creed Shadows. He's not indoctrinated, okay? So the reason I'm bringing this up, other than it's funny, is I was playing with Musume at work the other day. I'm talking like 3 days ago of this recording. I see Adam come over to me to tell me something. I'm like, oh shit. I put my phone over me like in the most suspicious way ever. I'm clearly hiding something. I'm like, oh yeah, no, what's up? What's good? Because I'm like, I do not want Adam of all people, the normie gamer, to see me playing Uma fucking Musume. I would rather he see me look at just hentai or something, right? So I covered my tracks. The next day, while I'm talking to Adam about my schedule, I just have Uma Musume on my phone while I'm doing a quick race with the fucking air groove. He looks over at my phone, then over to me, then back to my phone, and I look back at my phone and back to him, and I just say, fuck it, he's got me. I gotta nut up now. I'm like, oh yeah, this is just Uma Musume, don't worry about it. So I couldn't even keep that from him. So unfortunately, Adam now thinks I am probably the most cringe fucking spurglord in the whole goddamn store. which I am, to be fair, but I didn't need him knowing that, you know?
I was going to say, I'm like, Alex, you play on your 3DS at lunch at Walmart, like, every day.
All right, Ted, hold on. Not every day. Saturdays when Tim's over. And also sometimes on Friday, Tim will come down for my lunch break. He'll bring his Switch, or now his Switch 2, go to the big TV in the break room, and we'll play some fucking Mario Kart in front of everybody, all right? We do some gaming in the fucking Walmart break room, okay? I will have you know, we formed a fucking crowd because all the other gamers were like, "Oh shit, oh shit, is that the Switch? What? Okay, this bald guy was in there. I've never seen him before in my fucking life. This mysterious bald man. When Tim was showing off his Switch 2 to me, the bald man, this mystery baldie, he's like, "Hey, is that the Steam Deck?" He's like, "Oh no, this is the Switch 2. He's like, "That's the Switch 2?" He said it in the most soy pog voice ever. And all the fucking heads were like looking over at the Switch 2. A little crowd formed around Tim. He's just like, he's holding it off, getting a little confidence, showing off his Switch 2 and everything. Yeah, he was pretty popular that day. So this all happened, by the way. I'm dead serious. So
Alex, I genuinely thought you were, when you're like, this bald man I'd never seen before. I show him the Switch 2 and then he screams at me. I thought you were implying he was the cougar.
No. There's just this bald guy who is not a cougar. He's a man who was just there.
Thank you for clarifying. I got a little confused.
So yeah. But when I said I was playing Mario Kart, I should have specified he was playing it at my house, but we were also playing it on a big TV at work. In front of everybody. It was awesome. Dude, it's awesome. I fucking love this guy.
It reminds me of back when I was in high school, when I had like my homeroom thing, and then my friend Lucas had the 3DS, and I had the 3DS, and we'd do the fucking the download play.
So
I like that.
Before anyone asks,
you can do that.
No,
in the new ones. It's cool.
I didn't show Tim Musume. When I was farming it, I'm like, no, I can't let him know. And I closed it and put my phone over to the side. Listen. Adam can think I'm cringe, but I can't let Tim think I'm cringe, okay, Ted? He came to my house and he saw my giant Hatsune Miku poster. But if he saw me playing Uma Musume, I think he'd say, "Yikes." In his iconic voice.
No, Alex, we know what he would say. He would say, "Uh-oh."
So
the key to the listeners at home for a good Tim catchphrase is to smile at the end. You do the "uh-oh."
Oh, but fuck, dude. I got one more cringe thing I have to say. I don't know where else to put this.
Oh my God. Hold on. Alex, have you done anything except embarrass yourself for the past 30 days?
Hello. I've been having a good time on my fucking e-scooter and fixing the backyard, getting roared at by a fucking mountain lion, okay? I've had a good time. I've been having a blast, okay? So, one day... Again,
we mentioned this in an episode before. I'm sorry to interrupt you again, but remember, the Tad to Alex happiness ratio. Tad has been struggling for a month. Yeah, Alex has been zipping around on scooters, going yippee and clicking his heels while playing as Swooper in Mario Kart.
No, he's playing as Swoop. I'm playing as the coin coffer, which is the little frog coin purse, and a Pianta and a cataquack. So, anyway...
Alex, wow, what game did the coin purse... which game did he come in?
64?
Fuck, I thought I would have got you with that. A lot of people say new Super Mario Bros.
No, he's in 64. They're like little invisible enemies. You find him in like the ice area. He's in the snow area.
I had to make sure he weren't a cougar in disguise.
So. This is a long time ago. This is like a year ago, but remember a long time ago when I showed Tim my Vita?
Yeah.
I forgot to mention this one story because it just clicked into my mind now. So, you can have custom themes on the Vita, right? So
yep, Kirsten actually made me a fully customized Bug Fables theme for my hacked Vita.
Yeah, she showed me it off too. It looked really, really nice. I was downloading a bunch of themes. I specifically had a Fire Emblem theme, because this is when I was starting my Fire Emblem journey, right? And one that had fates, and one of the pages was just Camilla with her big fat fucking titties out, right? So I open my book, I open my book, Tim's gonna be here any minute. I better get the Vita ready. And I open it up and see Camilla's fat fucking titties. And out of the corner of the room, I see Tim walk into the break room. I look at him, and then, without breaking eye contact, I quickly open the menu, go to the fucking theme plaza, click the very first other theme, which is the Chrono Cross theme, because alphabetically it's above like Camilla, and just boom, immediately put it on, and it restarts and puts up like, "Hey Tim, check out my Vita. I got this cool Chrono Cross theme. It's a really cool PS1 game that I really liked." He had no idea what was on there 2 seconds before he sat down on that fucking couch. Got away with that one scot-free.
He was so close to total annihilation. He would see that and he would think, wow, Aleks likes anime girls.
Uh-oh.
Time to kill him. Time to hit him with my car.
So
he's going to see you driving your Lime DUI scooter. He's going to kill you. You'll fall out of Tim's favor.
Tim will remember that. But that's what I've been up to. I've been up to playing just a lot of weeb shit, F-Zero, and just humiliating myself in front of my 2 coworkers.
Debasing yourself among the populace.
But no, I've been having a great time, and it's been a lot of fun for me the past month. Outside of almost dying to a cougar.
Yeah, I wish I died to a cougar. So I started my classes again on the 11th of June. Working at a school now, I get the summers off. I say I get the summers off, but I'm working more during the summer than I have in a long time. I have not been playing very much video games, right? Mm-hmm. I actually uninstalled Hello Kitty Island Adventure. There's a reason for it. Turns out it's not super good.
Oh, okay. How many hours you got in there?
Don't worry about it. Okay, don't worry about it. But the reason why is because it would take me like fucking 8 minutes to play the game every single time I start it. Because, Aleks, I have a save file that last time I played was, however many months ago. Well, you better get ready for the opening and closing and intermission cutscene for the summer event, Halloween event, Valentine's, spring, every single event every month. There's at least 48 seconds of cutscene, and I have to go through it, mash A, it fades out, fades back in, and it did it. It was like the third time it did it to me, so I was like, you know what, fuck it, I'll take my 20 gigs back. I have no idea, I didn't even play any of the events, it was just too much. Besides that, I've been playing on the Vita. I've been trying a bunch of emulated games on the 3DS, and I have a normal 3DS. I have a used, non-new 3DS. Because there's 18. Did you know about the 2DS XL?
Yeah.
I did not know about that. I thought that was a joke.
No, it's real. Don't forget about the new 2DS XL.
Oh, hold on a second. What? Okay.
Unprofessional.
So I know about the 2DS.
New 2DS XL. Yep.
Gee, I wonder why Nintendo's I wonder why the Wii U is a failure. It's so easy to discern Nintendo's things, especially for parents who don't give a fuck.
$431.69, by the way. Looks like a smartphone, by the way.
$431? Okay, so I guess circling back to my main point, the 3DS sucks cock for emulating anyway. The Vita runs everything that I want to emulate on there, just better. Everything besides 2DS games.
Sweetie, the 3DS runs Super Nintendo games just fine, as well as the Game Boy games natively, the Game Boy Color and Game Boy regular games, as well as it can run Virtual Boy games perfectly. I'll have you know, it's got a lot of good indie games. Yeah, it does.
No,
it runs Virtual Boy games perfectly.
Okay, but what about specific ROM hacks made by people on the internet that no one was taking into consideration? Why aren't you taking those into consideration like I do, Aleks?
Ted, it's like a thunderbolt just struck me right now. Oh, I'll have you know, I know exactly what your problem is. Are you using Twilight Menu to run those ROM hacks?
No idea, probably.
Okay, well, it's probably a yes if you're playing a DS game. So, Game Boy Advance game ROM hacks are going to work just fine. Same with every other system I mentioned. However, DS mode with Twilight Menu is a little bit finicky, because of course it is. ROM hacks just kind of sometimes don't work on that. In fact, I ran a bunch of thorough testing. Now, Tad, I recently bought a flash card for the DS. And EverDrive is a flash card, by the way, but there's no official EverDrive brand for the DS, because the DS is so easy to make a flash card for. You can get one for $10 off of some Chinese website, which is what I did. Now, if I were to run Fire Emblem 12... which is the one that came out only in Japan, that almost killed the franchise with Chris. Fire Emblem 12, with its English patch, when you boot that up on Twilight Menu, it says, error, this is missing the BIOS. This could cause some problems. Good luck, winky face. And you play the game. Now, I had several game freeze as well as graphical errors happened in that game while I played it, and only specifically that game, because the ROM hacking, the ROM patching thing kind of fucks with the BIOS of a DS title. If it's a simple one, then usually nothing happens. Like I had played this one Japanese RPG that I tested it out on, worked flawlessly. However, Jump Ultimate Stars, the fighting game on the DS back in 2007, the English patch for that just crashes Twilight Menu. But I played Dawn of Sorrow with specifically the Definitive Edition patch, which removes a lot of the touchscreen bullshit, makes it like an actual video game that's worth playing. Flawlessly. No problems. Absolutely zero problems whatsoever. The DS Flash Cart will run every single ROM hack flawlessly, because it's running natively on the system and it has a little extra juice in it rather than booting up an app through the system to boot it into a different mode, right? And so it's a little less stressful and programmed a little differently. So if you want to play ROM hacks, spend $10 and buy one of those. I luckily just have my old DS sitting around. Well, the DS Flash Cart would actually still work for the 3DS anyway, so it wouldn't even matter. You could do whatever you want. I actually found my original clamshell DS in my closet when I was digging through. We were having like a nostalgic, discussion in our podcast like 2 months ago. When I was digging around in there, I found my original DS, which was all scuffed, especially from like this touchscreen when I was playing Elite Beat Agents. It's all fucked up. But then I found a second one that was not only in like nearly perfect condition, it even had screen protectors on it. And I'm like, I don't remember getting a second fucking DS. What the fuck is this? Well, what do I have?
Does it have any stickers?
No, it didn't have any used stickers, but it had screen protectors on it, so I clearly used it and took better care of it, so I don't know where the fuck this came from. But I've been using the flash card on that just to play around with it, as well as I finally got that GBA EverDrive, because you can use that on an old DS as well, and still have the backlit screen. So I've been using that. But, check this out. Tad, when I bought that flash card, Easy Flash, off of that Chinese website that was recommended by one of our fans, Chrome, who's like the retro gamer who's been helping me out a lot, there's a special thing about this. So you could buy the flash card, but for like $2 extra, you can buy a little micro SD card for it. And I'm like, yeah, sure, why not? It just saved me the time instead of having to like buy another one, right? It's only like $5. So I buy it, I open it up to format it, and before I do that, I realize that it says that 63 out of 64 gigabytes are already full. I'm like, the fuck's in this thing? I crack it open, and I see inside there is 63.8 gigabytes of random-ass DS, N64, SNES, S, Game Boy Color ROM hacks from China put into this goddamn SD card. This thing was a fucking treasure trove of bullshit, and I fucking loved it. Dude.
So is it all in Chinese?
Some of them are. Ted, have you ever played Pikachu for the NES?
Oh no. So this is holy shit. So they pre-packed it with a bunch of just like random slop they grabbed from like Internet Archive or coolroms.com, like that t-shirt that we sell.
Dude, it was fucking insane. So I only fucked around with like Super Mario 64 and Pikachu for the NES cuz I'm like, well, how are these on a DS, right? So Pikachu for the NES is Puyo Puyo Tetris, but with a JPEG of Pikachu in the center of it for no reason. And that's it.
It just blocks your screen. You can't see anything behind it.
But also,
well, I can tell you about some of. I can guarantee I've been playing slop worse than anything on that DS.
Oh, really? Oh. I have another surprise for you. Hold on, let me unprofessionally get my toy out of my closet. I got a surprise for you.
No,
Ted.
Don't call it
battery. That. Okay, so check this out. Ted, have you ever been to a Walmart?
Never.
Okay, just checking. So I found this at the checkout aisle, where all the good toys are, and there was a little Game Boy bootleg looking device for $10 on the shelf there. That had 200 plus games on it, 200 classic titles installed already. I'm like, for $10, I gotta see what the fuck that is. So upon booting it up, okay, so you can probably hear it going off.
Yo,
I can't turn it down.
Gaming.
By the way. So
this is if you work at Alex's Walmart, this is what you hear every time you come in for your lunch break. Like you just got done getting spat on by like a 400-pound man. You come in here to relax and maybe get a smoke break, and you see everyone crowded around the TV just screaming like animals.
This little thing has 200 fucking random ass NES bootleg ROMs installed off of a Chinese website put into a little fucking plastic toy. It has real ass Excitebike and real-ass Solomon's Key. And then just a bunch of random bullshit that is just not real video games. Some of which I noticed were still in Chinese. Also, something that I noticed while scrolling through the games list, Tad, there are duplicates. So it's not even 200 games. It's like 152. It is. Dude, I fucking love the Chinese, Tad. I love them. I think I really do.
Listen, man, the only time I had a good wage and insurance was when I was working for the Chinese Communist Party, so...
Oh, by the way, it came with RGB cables, so I could plug it into my TV if I wanted to. Dude, there's the $10, and this thing was comedy fucking gold. I loved it.
Alex, look at the back of that thing. Tell me if it says it's from, 2004.
It says...
Usually they'll have something on it.
It says Mercury, but with a K to sound cool. Made in China, but it doesn't say anything about what year it came in. Oh, there is a volume slider. I just found it now. About time. It's on the little leftover here. But anyway.
So it's a Mercury gaming console. I'm sure they call it a console. Oh, wow, you weren't kidding. That is just a Game Boy Color.
I got it in the see-through purple, by the way, before you ask, because of course I did.
I'm looking at the 1-star reviews. Tony says, these games are real low grade. I was hoping for something like Solitaire or other card games, not cheap knockoffs. This person's didn't come with a battery inside of it. This one, the guy didn't realize you were supposed to charge it until he already threw it away.
I know for a fact.
Dude, plastic on that looks like shit, too.
Oh, really? Tad, good news. It feels like shit, too, in my hands.
I feel like if you press the A button, it's gonna crumble.
Yeah! What is this song? Anyway, I need to find what this song is so we can put it in the fucking podcast later, because you know this is from some Chinese bullshit. That's the fucking Tad, the first game on here is Twin Fish. Then the second game is Turtles 1, and then Fantasy Zone. What the fuck is Turtles 1?
Turtles 1 is game number 2? These people can't do anything right.
Turtles 1 is Chinese text, okay. This is the TMNT game in Chinese!
You know what? I should have thought of it.
Alright, well, there you go. This is a little first look at this shitty console. Alright, put the shit in my fucking closet. Alright, it's over there now.
So the stuff that I've been doing, basically, I've just been doing school, right? I've just been going to school, which has been its own fucking problem. But for video games, pretty much all I've been doing, I've been playing my Vita every now and then, just sparingly, just getting shit on there. Trying out PS1 games because it runs PS1 stuff natively. Not playing Hello Kitty. What I have been doing is I have been playing Magic Arena, specifically because the Final Fantasy Magic set came out, and it is prohibitively expensive to actually use those cards. So I've just been doing the fake ones. They're actually so expensive. Just the other day, I went to Walmart, right? And for the podcast old heads, they'll know that my local Walmart does not sell Magic cards because someone I know or may not, it wasn't me, have gone in there and just stolen shitloads of Magic cards and gotten away with it every time. So this time I went there and it had all the Magic shit there. It was just there. And so I grabbed 3 of the Final Fantasy collector's boosters. How much do you think that cost?
$80.
$120.
I love card games, dude. You should play them a lot.
So I picked up a bunch of those to just sell, and I've already sold 2 of them. So I literally picked that up and went, I'm adding $200 to my grocery bill for 3 days until I sell them. I didn't take all 7 that were there. 1, because you think I got that kind of money sitting in my bank account? You're out your goddamn mind. And 2, I didn't want to be a dickhead. I didn't want to take everything and resell it, even though I could have. Besides that, though, I stopped playing RuneScape. I have taken RuneScape out of my life. Instead, I am playing a game called HighSpell. Alex, I want you to I'm going to send you a screenshot of me playing HighSpell, and I'd like you to describe it to me.
All right, let me look at this game here. I have to put down my iconic door for the NES. That looks like RuneScape, Tad.
So what HighSpell is, it is RuneScape Classic. It is a browser game, which is RuneScape, but more inconvenient. Aleks, there is a skill called harvesting. You can fail to pick a potato, and I know it because it happened to me 5 times. I also fucked up the game, and my character's like an old man with big naturals, and I don't know how to fix that. I was asking, like, in the group chat. This is my first 5 minutes of launching this game. I found some YouTube video at like 2 a.m. talking about it, and I'm like, I don't know what this is. I go in there, and immediately I show up. Like, the world map is in the top right corner, and that's it. It's like some default ugly ass Unity looking thing. And I have no idea what's going on. A goblin goes over and like claps me for 10, so I run away. I look in the group chat, and all I see is people bitching about Donald Trump. And then I'm like, this is unplayable. Is there like a client for this? And I find a client. It's called Highlight. It is a custom client that Windows Defenders insisted was a virus. And then Malwarebytes insisted it was a virus. But it's okay. I looked on the GitHub comments page, and the dev says, yeah, sometimes it'll call it a virus. I didn't want to pay for the license, so just change it to like ... exe and it'll work usually.
Usually.
The game sucks, by the way. The game's not fun.
Oh, really?
It's just shitty.
Okay, counterpoint. Is RuneScape even fun?
Not particularly, no.
Okay, just checking.
But yeah, so besides that, I've just been doing school. Like, this has been an Aleks-centric episode, because there quite literally hasn't been that much that I've done. But here's what I've realized from going back to college, since I haven't been there in like 2 years. Higher education is a scam made by Big Liberal to sell pronouns, Aleks. This sucks. This fucking sucks so hard. I started working like, all right, first big project. Let me do this math thing. So the teacher gives me like a bunch of data about government expenditures in education and tells me to like, okay, pick an Eastern European shithole and write all about it. So I'm like, oh, fuck it, Slovakia. My grandma's from there. I'll go with that. Who cares? So I make like a whole write-up. It's like it's 8 pages of work where I get a bunch of information from like the CIA website and all this kind of shit. And then I turned it in like 2 days early, and she comes back to me. She's like, actually, your assignment's pretty good, but you should be focusing on this question. And it's about, the whole assignment was supposed to be about me explaining how climate change impacts the Slovakian economy. Grandma, I know your family's from Slovakia. Don't listen to this part. But Slovakia? They're dirt farmers. The GDP of Slovakia is less than Louisiana. What the fuck do they care about climate change? This is a math class. What is happening here?
Tad is
and that's not even the first time.
Tad is slowly learning that, every schizo on poll is actually right. It is everywhere, isn't it?
And then separate class, a different math class. I had a question that was talking about it was like researchers wanted to determine whether there is a bias in clinical practice among white male or capital B black females in an assignment. And I'm like, it's a strange choice. And I just kind of wrote it off like, whatever, maybe it was autocorrect. And then again, it happened again and again. And I'm like, hold on a second.
No, Tad. I bet you're playing my hand a little too early here, but while you were reading this, was this playing in the back of your mind?
For those excellent hunters, Alek, you probably already know the YouTube video Aleks just sent me. It's a Kirby air ride video. Jesus.
When DDD owns nukes, it's suddenly a crime.
Can't say that.
Oh, it is your duty as poyim to die for Dreamland, or you are an anti-Kerbite.
Poyim. Aleks, I'm already running a thin line. I already streamed, dude. So okay. It was pretty, I think it was while you were at work when I did that stream with Brian about the Sprunki shit.
Yeah.
Dude, there was so much stuff I could not show on that stream. Like, there was some real fucking nasty Sprunki shit on YouTube. And
There's some really fucking nasty Sprunki shit on YouTube. The 31-year-old man says in his podcast.
The other thing I've been doing is I've had to, like, structure my day like I'm in fucking prison. And I've been giving myself, like, a certain budgetary amount. God, this sounds depressing the more I say it. At least I only have to do this for, like, 4 more weeks. Then the fall semester is going to be way easier. It's not fucking intensive. I got 3 full-time intensive courses. I want to die. But before I die, so I've been watching, like, these weird kind of 80s fantasy slop movies. The Sword and the Sorcerer. So this movie, it's a normal movie. It's just Star Wars. It's Star Wars with wizards, right?
As opposed to what? Star Wars without wizards?
The big gimmick to the movie, though, is the guy has a sword that is 3 swords glued together, but also the swords can launch off like a rocket.
Okay.
Like, the movie's not very good. I'll be honest. It's not a very good movie. There's a lot of rape in it. Like, a lot more than you would expect from a PG-13 movie.
Oh, okay.
But the end of the movie, it's like him, the lizard man who can't move because he's covered in makeup, and then also a guy named Caesar who use no less than 7 swords throughout their 20-minute final fight scene. It's incredible. Like, I'm keeping the details, scarce because it is actually fucking incredible. The other movie, though, that I don't give a shit about spoiling is called Dragon Swamp.
Yeah.
All right, so this is like Wooxia. We talked a little bit about Wooxia, I think, the last episode.
Is it like Wooxia?
You know what? I think we had this conversation. I think you were right.
I'm gonna kill you.
So what's gonna happen is I can edit that, and I can make it sound like you were the one who was wrong.
Oh, okay.
Alex, just go ahead and say I was a wrong, dumb gay baby for me really quick.
I've never been wrong in my entire life.
So Dragon Swamp. This is what this movie is. I'm gonna tell you about it. So this movie opens up with a general and his entourage showing up at some simple house, like no establishing shot. Literally, it opens up with the camera halfway zoomed in on them. The husband, like, sticks his head out of the house, notices them, and snatches a child and runs off screen.
Okay.
The general then arrives and demands that the residents come out of the home. The man's wife, you can see inside the house, like, it's framed. She, like, pokes her head out, like, into the hallway and is, like, looking around for her husband, doesn't see him. So then she, like, walks out and she's like, hey, what's up? And so the general's like, the ancient sword of peace, which, by the way, is used to kill many times in the film, has been stolen by her husband. So now her and her child are supposed to be executed. They don't send anyone to chase the guy that ran out of the house 5 seconds before they arrived that they saw leave and run down the road with a child.
Oh, okay.
So the wife is like, bro, I don't know what the fuck's going on here, right? So the general, in his wise Confucius-like judgment, decides, I'm going to adopt your daughter and bring her to the monastery, but for you, for the crime of not knowing your husband secretly stole a sword, over the opening credits, you're going to be exiled to Dragon Swamp, where the swamp druid lives who kills anyone. Goodbye.
Okay.
That is the opening 5 minutes of the movie. They're also, like, obviously on a stage, which is really, really funny because the boat they have is too big. So, like, she's, like, going away in the boat, but she takes, like, one paddle, and then it's a good 8 seconds before she moves with the other one until she gets behind a convenient rock. The rest of the movie, like, the female lead, that's the other thing. It's interesting. It's an 80s movie. It's an 80s Chinese movie with a female lead, right? Mm-hmm. But she does, like, weird, like, magical kung fu. I don't know if maybe I'm just not well versed enough in kung fu movies, but I feel like that's not, like, a normal thing.
No,
like, I feel like normally you'd have, like, dudes running around doing crazy shit.
Yeah, there's some chick ones that I can't remember them off the top of my head, but that's not as big as you think. See, Ted, you assumed they were just sexist bigots because that's what you were taught in your pronoun and fried chicken class at college.
Shut up. So she gets the sword stolen out from under her, right? And then her and like a male companion who is obviously the brother, right? Yeah. Because he's not trying to fuck her, because the movie makers knew that would make it weird at the end. Star Wars didn't seem to give a shit about that part, but so they go on like an adventure into the swamp, and they're doing like Dragon Ball Z shit the whole time. Not Dragon Ball Z, Dragon Ball. They're encountering characters that are like one-off silly goof dudes that just happen and then they're gone. And like they're not really relevant throughout the rest of the movie. It's just a silly bit. No one cares. They move on.
Well, you know why, right?
Why is that?
Dragon Ball didn't invent that. That's actually a thing from Journey to the West. Journey to the West is an episodic anime. Like Wukong and his boys, they just fight villain of the week after villain of the week across the entire story. That anime trope comes from that story.
I didn't actually know that.
Yep.
I knew that it was inspired by it, but I didn't know about the formatting of that. That's interesting.
There's also why the formatting is there's this whole video you could probably watch it from a smarter guy than me, but like in the West, the biggest story in the West is called The Odyssey, which is about one guy racing against the clock and sacrificing everything to get back home in time, right? It's about, you know, time limits, solo action hero, and we'll do whatever it takes, and we'll like leave a mountain of bodies to get what he wants, right? Like all of his crew dies just so he can get home, right? Meanwhile, in the East, it's 4 dudes and a horse go on a fucking adventure, and no matter what, they're bros, amigos, no matter what, and they just fight villain after, like, throwaway villain, like, Jim fucking Skullfucker of the week, every single week, for, like, 5,000 pages.
The movie itself, Dragon Swamp, is funny. Like, there's a lot of just little funny bits like that. When they do go to find the Swamp King, the Swamp King is, like, he's just some, like, not even that old, just some Chinese guy. And it's revealed that it's actually the mom in drag. And several times throughout the movie, she will, like, put on, like, man makeup and go around and, like, punch people and jump around and, like, rip shit up.
Mm-hmm.
My favorite part of the movie, this is the movie that really fucking sold it. This is the part that sold it to me. So there's a fight where it is the Swamp King, the girl, and the brother. And they're, like, fighting to get the sword. And this mischievous guy is like starts losing, so he like goes up to him and goes like, whew, and like blows a bunch of poison in both of the heroes' faces. And so then he like gets up and like stands on a little thing and does a whole like speech, and he tells them that they're all gonna die in 5 minutes. Then before the monologue is even over, the Swamp King reaches into his robe, throws a comical amount of darts at him. The camera cuts back. He's got like 50 of them all throughout his body. And the Swamp King says, "My poison kills in 4 minutes." And you see the dude just drop his arms and turn around to lead them to the antidote. He is there for the rest of the movie, though. Like, they take him on the horse with him, and they never get the darts out of him, so he's just this bloated, gray-looking corpse dude leaning over on a horse for the next 20 minutes of the movie. It was good. I watched another movie called The Primevals. I barely remember it. It was like some 60s movie with stop-motion stuff. I watched it. It had like an Indiana Jones feel where they went to Nepal, and then I saw like a King Kong thing. I closed my eyes, I opened them again, and they were in Hyperborea with like all that shit in the North Pole. And then I closed my eyes again, opened them again, and they were fighting fucking lizard men. So I don't know what happened. I need to rewatch that movie.
It sounds fucking kick-ass. What was this called again? Dragon Swamp?
The one I was watching, the Chinese one, is called Dragon Swamp. The weird 80s slopper, the dude has the Schick 3-bladed ultra sword, is called the Sword of the Sorcerer. A lot of rape in that one, but outside, if you get rid of that, it's pretty cool. And then the other one was, Primevals. That was the one with, like, Hyperborea and the reptilians and the Yeti. That's all, like, stop motion. The stop motion, by the way, like, when I say, like, 60s stop motion, you're thinking of, like, those skeletons or, like, King Kong, right?
The old ones have a really distinct look to them, where they're, like, really crusty because they're in, like, they're in, like, 144p, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So this one, imagine that, but it is, like, 48 frames a second, where it's more than it's twice as smooth as you're used to, but it's still like everything else around it. Like the framing of the shots, the camera, all the actors, the way they deliver their lines are all like stuck in the 60s and like 80s. It's a very strange movie. I really liked it. One thing I forgot to mention about the school stuff. Mm-hmm. So at a certain point when I started falling behind, I was like, you know what? Fuck it. I'm picking one of the classes for this unit. I'm just ChatGPT and its answers and putting them in there. And it kept fighting me on it. Like the school had, like the book had its own AI thing because everything has to have AI. Why the fuck wouldn't it? ChatGPT, it didn't want to do it. And the school one didn't want to do it. So then when I started doing it, so I was like, all right, motherfucker. So I copy paste the homework and it goes like, yes, the parallelogram symposium. Let's try an example with different numbers. And I reply with, no, use the correct numbers or I'll hurt myself. Yes, the parallelogram symposium with the numbers you requested.
Well, yeah, AI works better if you threaten it. We were talking about this in the podcast Discord, where it was like a study reveals that like the bots perform better when you specifically threaten their life or the life of a theoretical loved one. I'm just like, you know what? They sound alive to me there, guys. That sound pretty alive.
But no, that really is it. Because I did summer school, and then there's only so many funny bits I can pull for my classes. Whatever, pronouns, haha, that's kind of it. I'm not 100% sure I'm going to do this. Maybe Feature Tad might splice it into the episode. Feature Tad might also be lazy, just have a link to it in the description. So what I did is I started taking a bunch of famous podcast moments and throwing them into various video AI generated thingies. Aleks, go ahead and click play on the video I just sent you. I'll do like a countdown, then we'll click play.
Okay.
1, 2, 3.
Okay.
So Aleks, all right. Okay, now, this is my concept. Before Aleks describes what it was, my concept is I would love for people listening to go in there, use the free trial for like Canva, Google VO, whatever the fuck. Go in there and try to make your own version of this. Aleks, go ahead and describe what you just saw happen to you.
This looked like fucking Coco Melon. Some dude in a Viking hat jumped off of a playset. After sitting there for a quick second, it zoomed in on his ankles and they had a cartoonish explosion. And then the camera shows me, this little babified version of me.
A horrifyingly grotesque version of you, where your limbs are truncated, but you still have the goatee and gray shirt. So for those eagle-eyed listeners, what I did is I recreated the story of Alex's dad's ankles exploding when he jumped off the playground. What I would really like to see is if here, you know what? Actually, let me send you another one. Here. Where did it go? Oh, I hope I didn't delete it. Hold on a second. I gotta check my recycling bin, also known as League of Legends folder. I can't find it. I don't know where it went. Anyway, the main gist of the thing is I'd like to see people mess with these AI video things. Try to make podcast moments. Hashtag shareable moments, if you will. If you're not going to do that, though, you can listen to the podcast on YouTube, iTunes, and Spotify. Twitter in the description, Discord in the description, etc., etc. You guys know where it's all at. We'll catch you on the next one then. Hope you have a good one. Bye.